Wet out, but we're on Cozy TV tonight. I'm sports director David Pingelor from News 6. In the booth with me for a second of 3 games is Jesse Liebman. Are you ready? Are you ready?
It's going to be an interesting game tonight. It probably won't be too cozy down on the ice, though, Ping.
No, that's very true. But we're inside. It's cozy inside Amway Center. And look at the crowd. Saturday night's always big in a hockey night in Orlando, isn't it?
Still continuing to file into the seats at the Amway Center. Should be a good one here tonight.
All right, so the last time they won at home was January 2nd against Florida. This is the 6th game at home since then. We're bringing them some luck tonight.
Let's hope so.
Here we go with that. All right, let's talk about the referee lineup, sponsored by One Stop Cooling and Heating. Here are the refs for tonight's games. All right, Kenny Anderson, Jason Lestein, and Chris Cahoon. Now, just remember this. We've done a number of these games over the last several years. I'm always calling out the refs. They always play like a huge role in these games.
We'll see what happens. If Thursday was any indication, plenty of fights, so that's one thing to look out for.
Okay. So, we're ready to go. Nice crowd on hand. It's the Swamp Rabbits versus the Solar Bears. I just love saying the Swamp Rabbits. Jesse Liebman, the voice of the Solar Bears. You got it.
We are underway here from the Amway Center as it's won back by Ryland Schwartz to captain Eric Byer. Moved ahead for Eric Fye. Swamp Rabbits transition. Rory Rawlick playing his first game of the season for the Solar Bears after being signed early in the week. Moves it ahead to the neutral zone. Forced back in by Richard Nyejkleb, a New York Rangers draft pick back in 2014. The Swamp Rabbits are the Rangers ECHL affiliate. Back to the blue line, Tyler Elbrecht chips it down low, sent behind the net of Ryan Massa. Rawlick does a nice job of tying up Jordan Nackstedt, who had the game winner for Greenville on Thursday night. Thrown back to the left point, Elbrecht not able to handle it, work towards the slot. It'll roll back towards the right point. Sean Escobedo takes over at center ice. He'll throw it ahead for Nackstedt. Now moving along for Greenville captain Brenton Cameron. Schwartz banging the body in the corner. Drop pass back to Cody Curran at the point. Shot toe saved there by Ryan Massa. He redirects it into the corner. Nyejkleb back at the right point. Throws it down low towards the circle. Nackstedt slides the puck along the ice. Picked up by Max Nicastro. The Thousand Oaks, California native, holding in the trapezoid. Already a minute 7 into the contest. No score here at the Amway between the Solar Bears and the Swamp Rabbits. Nicholas Lindberg ahead for Jack Rodewald. Rodewald cutting from the left circle towards the front of the net. Nearly put it on. Rodewald looking to get the Solar Bears on the board just as he did on January 2nd. Rodewald up towards the half wall. A minute 26 into the first. If you're joining us now, flip back towards the neutral zone. Brendan Miller tracking it down for the Solar Bears. Moved ahead towards Rodewald. One-touch pass intended for Brady Vale, intercepted. And the Swamp Rabbits go back the other way in transition. Long dump in. Massa gloved it down. Rebound still loose. And the goaltender will jump on top of it to make the stop.
All right, let's get some hockey talk going right now. This is what I love about this broadcast. Tweet me right now at Pink News 6. Tell me what you're thinking about tonight's game, sponsored by VA Entertainment, Food Fun, and the best bowling and party experience ever, located in Viaport Mall in Leesburg. All right, at Pink News 6, right now you start tweeting me. I'll read the good, the bad, and the ugly. Remember, last game.
We got our fair share of it.
I mean, I can take the criticism, and I'll read it. Or you want to read good things or shout-outs to people, I'll read those too.
Solar Bears with the face-off win. Back to defenseman Mark Lewis, launched out to the neutral zone. Moved ahead now. Vinny Saponari at the left circle, cutting towards the middle, drops it to Charlie Dodaro. Shot and a save, Massa. Rebound loose. Where's the puck? It's still free in the crease. Makes its way over to the far corner as Eric Bradford moves it out ahead for Johnny McInnes. McInnes streaking down the left side now. Puts one on net. Turned aside by Mackenzie Skapski, another New York Rangers draft pick. And it's launched out of play for a stoppage.
All right, remember, at Ping News 6, tweet them out. We'll have some fun with you. It's good to be here in Amway Center tonight on Cozy TV. Great crowd on hand, as always. And, you know, the playoffs still a few months away, obviously, but they're right in the middle of it. They're on the outside looking in. pick up a few more wins. It's just a couple points away from being back in.
Plenty of home games on Amway Center ice in the month of February. Only one road game. They don't even leave the state of Florida. They travel down to Estero to take on the Everblades. So some good old-fashioned home cooking. Hopefully that spells good things for the Solar Bears. They're back in possession with it towards the high slot. Fye directs it back to Byer at the right point. His shot blocked by TJ Foster in front. Schwartz delivers it to Foster. Sent back to Schwartz. Schwartz pivoting up at the left circle. Throws it around over to the far side. Byer pinching up at the right wall. Unable to receive the puck. And it rolls out to the neutral zone. Handled by Eric Fye. He'll drag it all the way back towards the Solar Bears end. Fed across to Miles Harvey. And chipped down the ice. Skapski plays it off the end boards from the trapezoid. And all the way back out to neutral ice. Down the length of the ice as Rodewald crosses the hashes. And it's icing against Greenville 2 minutes and 56 seconds into the first.
And what's nice about the upcoming month here in February are the number of home games. I mean, traveling, that one stretch that you guys were on through the state of Indiana, Fort Wayne, Indianapolis, Wheeling, back down here, and then go south again to play Florida. I mean, what a road.
It was an interesting road trip to be sure, but the Solar Bears finished 5-2 over that span, so it certainly kept pace with the season so far. Back to the left point. Miller sent down low for Rodewald. He attempts the wraparound. Short side opportunity for Vail, and it's gloved up by Skapski, and the goaltender hangs on. After the whistle, a little temper starting to flare. Nothing comes of it, though, as the officials are able to break it up quickly.
And we touched on this earlier part of the top of this broadcast. It's going to be a very physical type of game. I mean, you talked about this in the Thursday night game.
Thursday night, 5 seconds into the second period, Zach Bell drops the gloves with Greenville's Cody Curran. Mark Lewis also got into a scrap. And again, the Solar Bears added Rory Rawlick, a big bruising defenseman. Solar Bears dressed 7 defensemen tonight, Ping. That tells me Anthony Noreen is prepared to come for Donnybrook. Solar Bears with the face-off win. Lindbergh back behind the net for Vail. He'll leave it for Lindbergh, skating over towards the left side. Lindbergh knocked down by Troy Dene. Vail able to recover, works it back to Nicastro. Lindbergh swipes it back to Rodewald in the high slot, cranks a shot off the end boards. That one deflects free. And carrying it out now is Joey Holka. Holka dumps the puck in. Miller giving chase to the rolling puck as Michael St. Croix tries to tie him up in the far corner. Miller up ahead for Vail. Vail crossing through the neutral zone, leaving it for Lindbergh. Lindbergh fires it in as he's bumped by Dene along the half wall. Over to the far side, Vail, Rodewald with a shot, turned aside by Skapski. Poke check on Curran, that time from McInnes. McInnes pressuring St. Croix, and that allows Bell to deliver it ahead to McInnes. To the left side now for Matt Rupert. Back to the neutral zone, Lewis, D to D for Bell. Up ahead to McInnes. He'll squeak his way past Dene. Penalty coming up against the Swamp Rabbits, though, as Dene had pasted McInnes along the boards. That's going to be a tripping call, and the Solar Bears are going to their first power play of the night.
So Kenny Anderson, we've talked about him, top of the broadcast here. The referee saw that tripping, hooking. He picked up on that pretty quick.
Good news for the Solar Bears, Ping. We focused in on special teams the last time, but here is the Solar Bears power play unit against Greenville, specifically on the season. 26.1%, nearly more than 1 in 4 chances on the power play the Solar Bears have been able to convert. This is a great time as any for the Solar Bears to get their first lead of the night.
The power play.
Back to the point, Nicastro with a blast, but it's blocked, and ricochets back out to the neutral zone. Foster with it now, retreating to his own zone. He'll cut up ice down the far side. Launches that one ahead. Chasing after it with McInnes in tow. McInnes sends it from the end boards up to the near side. Fye unable to hold it in as it's chipped out by Cameron. Down in front of the net of Massa. The goaltender comes out just ahead of the restricted zone to make a play. Leaving it for Fye. Fye moving up ice through the neutral zone, crossing over the blue line, but they say he's offsides. Johnny McInnes might have been a fraction of a stride ahead of him there as he was waiting to touch up in the neutral zone.
Coming up in the first intermission, join Eric Von Aiken and Elizabeth Hart for a News 6 update, followed by the Collis Roofing Intermission Report. Our very own Jamie Shea has scores and highlights back in our studios, plus an interview with Solar Bear forward Johnny McInnes coming your way at the end of this period, brought to you by Collis Roofing. That's our first intermission report.
Minute 22 left on the Solar Bears power play as Lindbergh sends it around to the far side. Bradford And Vale trying to tie up a Greenville player. It's Elbrecht, who's pinned up now, triple teamed by Rupert as well. Rupert looking to fish it out. It's thrown back to the left point. Lindbergh skating through the high slot. Ahead for Rupert, to the right circle now for Vale. Vale drifting down towards the goal line. Back to the right point. Byer across for Lindbergh. Lindbergh to Rupert, fanning on his shot. Elbrecht able to chip it down the ice. 48 seconds to go in the Solar Bears' first power play of the night. Massa leaving it behind the net for Byer. The Solar Bears captain will skate it out through center ice, over to the right side, and the whistle quickly blown for offsides as Rupert and Byer entered the zone. Bradford was a little ahead of them on that last play. 35 seconds to go in the power play. No score here. 5 minutes and 40 seconds into the first period.
We got a tweet in, Jesse. We got a couple tweets. You ready?
Fire away.
Ryan Jensen. King watching the game from home on Cozy TV, but being there would be better. Go Bears. Defend the den. Hashtag defend the den. That's a good one. So
it's pretty catchy.
At Ping News 6, we got a couple others. Tim Allen tweeting in as well. And Bill Lundell. So we got some stuff going here, guys.
Back to the action at hand. Solar Bears still on the power play for the next 22 seconds as it's fired in by Phi to the near corner. Puck takes a carom into the air. It's gloved down by Dodaro, and he'll send it around to the far side for Ryan Rashid. Chipped out back to neutral. Phi fed across to Nicastro. To the right side, McInnes unable to settle the saucer pass. 3 seconds left in the penalty to Dene. And the Greenville defenseman exits the sin bin, and the visitors are back to full strength. 6 minutes, 20 seconds into the first period. No score here from the Amway as Foster crosses over the blue line looking to go on the attack. Foster puts one on. That one caught high. Settling finally in the far corner. Held in at the right point by Bell. Dished down low to Bradford. He'll make his way up ice. Back to Schwartz. Schwartz tried to play it off of Elbrecht's skate. Thrown off the end boards and nearly poked free by Escobedo. Back to Bell. Rolling puck on its edge. Kicked aside by Skapski to the corner. Bradford makes the play from the half wall. Behind the net for Schwartz. Rolling up the far side wall. Bell directs it down low again. The puck just circling back and forth within the attacking zone for the Solar Bears. Finally, Greenville chips it out, and Lewis regroups in his own end for Orlando. Moving it along for Bell. Ahead for Lindbergh. This one down the length of the ice, and the call is icing against Orlando. 7 minutes and 9 seconds into the first period. No score.
Now remember, it's country night here. I mean, we got to get like them on, you know, the country music going, you know. The fans, I mean, I'm going to start yelling at the fans to start doing some country.
You know, hockey players are big country fans. I'm surprised the fans aren't getting more into it.
I'm going to start waving like some towel or something.
Solar Bears with the face-off win. Bell around for Lewis. Up ahead towards Lindbergh as they dish it back and forth between Lindbergh and Bradford. Lindbergh gives chase to it in the corner. Curran steps into the play, though, and will bring it around the far side for Greenville. Outlet pass to Michael St. Croix. Centering feed for Scott Fleming, leading scorer for the Swamp Rabbits. St. Croix in the corner, sent back to the left point. Curran unable to hold the line, and Greenville forced to come out. Dene back to Curran. Curran moving through center ice, avoids the pressure from Bradford, skating it down, looking to go end to end. Curran throws it back to the right point. Dene across for Fleming. Wrist shot over the blocker of Massa, settling off the end board. St. Croix directs it back the other way to the far corner as Rory Rawlick, newcomer to the Solar Bears lineup, tying up Holka in the corner. Long reach, has got the wingspan of a 747. Rupert, cross-ice feed to McInnes as he gives chase to the corner. Icing waved off here as Curran gets to it first. He'll try to exit the zone for Greenville. 11:42 remaining in the first period. Curran and Cameron whistled for offsides, and we get our first break of the night.
All right, scoreless here in downtown Orlando. It's a hockey night. Solar Bears inside Amway Center and a wet night on Cozy TV. We're back right after this.
Rounding out the starting lineup for today's morning meeting, the accounting department.
Hey, what's Jimmy doing in the penalty box?
Against the Greenville Swamp Rabbits. No score as of yet. I'm sports director David Pingolo from News 6 in the broadcast booth with me, the voice of the Solar Bears, Jesse Liebman.
After the Swamp Rabbits win the face-off, they dump it down to the far corner. Looking to skate it out was Max Nicastro, but he is knocked off the puck by Jordan Nackstedt. Brady Vale swoops in. And from the near corner, they're able to work it free to Brendan Miller. Miller up ahead for Lindbergh. Now Rodewald with some speed to Vale. He finds space. Shot just wide above the blocker of Mackenzie Skapski. Back into the slot. Rodewald maintaining possession. Finally knocked off the puck as Cameron moves out for Greenville. Feeding it ahead for Nackstedt. Nackstedt with a nice toe drag ahead for Cameron. Cameron at the left circle. Drops it back to Elbrecht. Unable to settle it. Vale skates it out for Orlando. 10:56 remaining in the first period. Still scoreless. Rodewald for Miller. Shot blocker saved by Skapski. And the puck settles in the far corner. Skating it back with it now for Greenville is Justin De Silva. Fed to the left side for Elbrecht. Out to the neutral zone. Tapped ahead by Bell. Solar Bears looking for a possible man on break. Foster down the right side, curls behind the net, throws it back to the left point for Lewis. Lewis walks the line momentarily, then dishes it down low. Fye hit along the boards by Escobedo. De Silva looks like without his stick as he appeared to snap his twig on that last play. Moving it out is Rashid. Cross ice to Escobedo, and it's fired into the near corner. Mark Lewis tagging up. Around for Schwartz, back out in front, nearly gloved down by Josh Nichols in the slot for Greenville, but the Solar Bears take over. Fye works it along for Lewis as he'll join the rush. Lewis, sharp angle, throws it into the crease. That one deflects out of play, and we get another stoppage with 9:57 remaining on the clock here in the first.
Trowski's guest will be Solar Bears head coach Anthony Noreen. Behind the Glass, brought to you by the Window World. Man, we're back after this, still no score. 9:57 to go in the first period here from Amway Center.
What would
Pingalore still scoreless. The voice of the Solar Bears, Jesse Liebman, in the booth with me. Jesse, can we get a goal, please?
We'll see. 9:56 remaining in the first period. The Swamp Rabbits win the faceoff in their own zone. Long outlet feed. Hey, Ping, 8.5 goals per game in this series so far between both teams. I'm sure we'll see some fireworks at some point tonight. Rashid through center ice, cutting towards the attacking zone. In front for Nichols. He's knocked off the puck by Byer. Manages to throw it back on net. Blockered away by Massa. Back to the blue line. Curran to the right side for Dene. Dene down looking for Rashid. Rashid swooping up from the far side. Nichols snaps his twig on that last shot attempt as he'll skate back to the Greenville bench for a spare. Foster settling the puck now as Orlando regains possession. Byer off the end board, soft pass over to Harvey. Harvey works it along for Byer. Byer up the right side to Foster. Foster galloping through the neutral zone, cutting wide, puts it on net, shoots, and he scores!
Get action now. There's action on the goal.
TJ Foster with his 17th goal of the season gives the Solar Bears a 1-0 lead, 9:01 remaining in the first period. Midway through the opening frame, and the Solar Bears are on the board.
Let's take a look at this one again right here. This gets past the defender, works the puck nicely with a stick, and
looks like that one went 5-hole, Ping.
I think that was 5-hole. I mean, it was pretty much that simple.
Solar Bears driving wide on that last offensive opportunity. They win the face-off. Miller moves it ahead for Rupert. Touched back by Skapski. And it's picked up by De Silva. De Silva floats a pass into the neutral zone, tracked down by Fleming, and worked ahead by St. Croix as Rupert tries to shield St. Croix from the blue line. Rupert back for Miller. De Castro up to McInnes. Harvey and Byer with the assists on that goal by Foster. So Byer has a little assist streak entering tonight's game, and he's able to keep that one alive. De Castro, cross-ice feed to Bradford. Bradford dumps the puck in. 8:19 remaining in the first period. Solar Bears first on the board. It's TJ Foster with the goal. Out in front, a chance there for McInnes. He's unable to get there in time. Moving out now is Nyezhklev. He's tripped up. That's going to be a penalty against the Solar Bears when the puck is finally touched up. And indeed, that is going to be the call from Kenny Anderson. It'll be a tripping call against Mark Lewis, and the Solar Bears now head to the penalty kill for the first time this evening.
All right, the Solar Bears are back home on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday for the Heart Awareness Weekend. Bring your Valentine next weekend to the Amway and enjoy some hockey. For tickets, visit OrlandoSolarBearsHockey.com or the Amway Center box office. Good stuff. It's always a great night to come out here whether it's during the week, on a weekend, next weekend, you bring a loved one, come on out and cuddle up, right? Why not?
2 games against the Atlanta Gladiators and a tilt against the Elmira Jackals. It's a 3-3 set for the Solar Bears. They're on the penalty kill, though. 1:48 left on the Greenville power play. 7:53 remaining in the first. And it's sent in. Vinny Saponari tries to tie up Bell behind the net. Saponari floats it out into the slot. Nichols nearly able to connect on a pass, but the Solar Bears moving out shorthanded, 3-on-2 back the other way. Fye drops it back to Byer at the left circle. His shot blocked that time by Curran. Worked around to the far corner. Fye sends it into the neutral zone. Solar Bears just trying to kill the clock on the Swamp Rabbits power play. 1:20 left in the visiting team's man advantage. Puck down, dumped down the far corner, picked up by Escobedo. Escobedo from behind his net, up the left side for Saponari. Saponari at center. Backhand feed over to Nyezhkleb. Into the slot, Nichols pivots, throws it back to Escobedo. Ahead for Saponari at the far half wall. Curran with a drive. That one deflects off the skates of Max Nicastro back into the corner, and the Solar Bears get the clear. 48 seconds left on the Greenville power play, as Escobedo will start out again from behind his own net. Fanning on his pass, he's bodied by Rodewald. That nearly created an odd man break back the other way, but it's picked up by Nyezhkleb. Big hit by Zach Bell as he jars the rookie, and Nyezhkleb wincing on his way back to the Greenville bench. Chipped out by Rodewald. Is that going to be a delay of game call? We may see Rodewald skating over to the penalty box, or at least in the vicinity of it. It appears, though, that that puck deflected out of play harmlessly. We will remain at 5-on-4.
Man, Hockey Club there just got rocked. That was crazy.
2014 draft pick of the New York Rangers, but he is bodied along the half wall in that last shift by Zach Bell, who remains out on the ice for the Solar Bears. Bell dropped the gloves with Cody Curran early in the second period on Thursday. Puck jumped in. Massa plays it from behind the net, or rather leaves it there for Byer at the far half wall. It's forced back by St. Croix to the left point and comes all the way out. 6:16 remaining in the first period. Solar Bears ahead 1-0. Byer looking to clear the final moments of this penalty kill as Lewis is out of the box and the Solar Bears return to full strength. Long pass from Dodaro ahead for St. Croix. That one ricochets high over the protective mesh and out of play. At least one fan goes home happy with the souvenir here tonight, a reason to cheer.
All right, we're back after this. Solar Bears 1-0 downtown Orlando on Cozy TV.
Hi.
An interesting crest for the Solar Bears jersey. That jersey worn by Solar Bears forward Eric Fye, who was voted in a fan vote as the Solar Bears ECHL fantasy team representative. Back to the action at hand. Saponari in the far corner with it for Greenville. Back behind the cage, taken away by Nicastro. Up the left side, Rupert. Cross ice feed intended for McInnes. Icing waved off here as Elbrecht recovers for Greenville. Up ahead for Nichols. 5.5 to play in the first period. Solar Bears lead 1-0. Nicastro with it now. Bodied along the boards by Rashid. Saponari throws it back to the left point for Curran. He'll fake the shot. One-touch feed from Nichols back to Curran. His chance. Pad save by Massa behind the net. Saponari, Massa caught out of position. Another shot and a save by Massa. McInnes throws it to the end boards, and that draws a raucous applause from the fans. Saponari in the corner.
Stick just goes into the crowd there.
Talk about a souvenir. That's going to be one that'll be treasured. Saponari with a backhand shot and a save by Massa. He covers up. So a puck in the stands, a stick. When are we going to see some gloves?
I don't think I've ever seen, of all the hockey games I've ever watched, right there in the corner, they're going to throw the stick over, and they just threw it in. Pretty good.
People helping people. What can you do?
He wanted a stick. That's why you hear some boo. Oh, they just threw him a puck there. Yes, that's nice. There you go.
A puck
it's right there above the face-off to the left.
A puck a little bit more affordable than a stick. Put it that way, Ping. St. Croix off the face-off tries to fire a shot, but it's blocked. Back to the right point for Escobedo. Behind the net, St. Croix tangling up with Lewis, able to separate as they collide off the end boards. Fye tries to direct it out up ahead for Schwartz. In the neutral zone, it's finally settled by Curran. Little over 4.5 to play here in the first period. The Solar Bears up 1-0. Offsides the call against Greenville as Bell finishes his check on Holka.
So we got a puck for a stick. I think you got to give him a stick back.
Maybe at the end of the game, but the guys still need it. A puck is a lot more easily replaceable than a stick.
That's true. It's like in a golf tournament, be taking the guy's driver away. Nice crowd on here tonight in downtown Orlando. In case you're just joining us, you're watching Solar Bears hockey on Cozy TV. I'm Sports Director David Pingalore with the voice of the Solar Bears, Jesse Liebman.
Back to the action at hand. Foster ahead for Phi, moving in with Schwartz. It's a possible 2-on-1. Schwartz with a shot, brings it off the post. Puck still free in the corner as it's picked up by Schwartz. Schwartz brings it towards the edge of the zone to Lewis. His shot blocked by Cameron. In the slot, Foster turns and fires, and it's blockered aside by Skapski. 4 minutes to go in the first period. Solar Bears up 1-0. Schwartz rims it around the boards. This one with a little too much momentum as Byer isn't able to close out the empty space. And the puck is worked free to the neutral zone with Greenville in possession. Ahead for Naxted. Backhand shot. Kick saved by Massa. Byer settling it in the far corner. Ahead for Schwartz, nearing the end of this shift, but he'll streak into the attacking zone. Poke check that time by Elbrecht, who tries to pin up Schwartz just in front of the Greenville bench, and they exchange some pleasantries there as Schwartz makes his way back. Sapineri with it in possession now, down the left side. Knocked off the puck by Lindbergh. He'll chip it back towards the end boards, where Nichols retrieves for Greenville. Back to the left point, Elbrecht. Sent down low, blocked by Vale. Play continues here. Lindbergh looking to set up Nicastro, but it's intercepted. Rashid cutting towards the net. Poke check by Massa. Sapineri floats it back towards the slot. Settled by Rodwald, and he moves it along for Vale. They connect on the pass. Vale over the blue line. Ahead for Rodwald, walking in, backhand shot just over the glove of Skapski. Vale at the far wall. Looking for some space. Tries to play some phone booth hockey with Rashid there. Vale curling towards the left circle. Lindbergh sealed off by Elbrecht, but he's able to move it along for Rodewald. Rodewald sends it back. Elbrecht still pinning Lindbergh down. Fans wanted a call. There will be one as Sapineri takes over. Sapineri lifts that one out towards center, dropping back to Nicastro. 2:25 remaining in the period. Solar Bears up 1-0. Lindbergh looking for Miller, the trailer. Instead, it's worked free by St. Croix. Back to Escobedo and up ahead now. And it's flipped in by the Swamp Rabbits. Miller attempting to clear, able to move it out successfully. Escobedo works it across. Curran drifting to the far side of the neutral zone, fires it in. Puck wrapping around behind the net at the near corner. Miller up ahead, intended for Rupert. Puck deflects high in the air. Bradford has to get back to the blue line, but the call is offsides against the Solar Bears.
All right, get an early start to Super Bowl Sunday. News 6 Super Bowl edition starts at 8 a.m. Our Super Bowl team previews the game, shows great ideas for your Super Bowl party, and goes out on a limb to pick the winning team. News 6 Super Bowl edition tomorrow starting at 8 a.m. It's Carolina and the Broncos. Tomorrow evening, about 6:30, they will kick things off. Also during that 8 a.m. broadcast, I will go one-on-one with John Mobley, a two-time Super Bowl champ with the Broncos, and Super Bowl 32 and 33. Here you go, Jess.
Offsides play. Zach Bell taking exception to Joey Holka, trying to put the puck on net well after the whistle was blown. The pair are quickly separated, though, as Bell is being escorted off away from the fracas by one of the linesmen back towards the Solar Bears bench.
They were going head to head. I thought the linesman called it off.
Bell's a defenseman. The one priority for him, defend the goaltender, Ryan Massa, especially after play is whistled dead following that offsides call. Holka threw it, buzzing the helmet there of Massa. And Bell clearly taking exception to that. Actually still with words for Greenville captain Cameron, who is down in front of the bench now with some words for Johnny McInnes, although it appears that things have finally settled and order has been restored.
Ooh, close. There's something going to be brewing here.
Minute 36 remaining in the first period. If you're joining us now, the Solar Bears up 1-0. Even in shots, though, 9 apiece. But TJ Foster, 17th of the season, his 35th point overall, has put the Solar Bears up 1-0. Schwartz with the face-off win. Back to Rollick. Across for Byer. Byer chips this one down low. It deflects off the edge of the boards. Dodaro, pressured by Schwartz, gives it up. Schwartz with a close-angle shot. Turned aside by Skapski. Big collision there as Rollick lays the body on Cameron. Back the other way. Nyeshkleb with a spin move. Shot in front by Next. Turned aside by Massa. Play continuing, though, over to the far side wall. Byer in the corner. Tied up by Nyeshkleb. At the far side, Fye throws it across. Rollick, the left-handed shot curls back. First time this season that the Solar Bears have dressed 3 left-handed defensemen. Miller, Harvey, and Rollick. Down the right side, Foster cutting towards the net. Denied there by Skapski as he seals off the post. Schwartz back to Nicastro, one-timer along the ice. Retrieved by Foster. Foster pivots away from De Silva. 39 seconds remaining. He throws that one through the slot. Foster, or beg pardon, Schwartz, with some assistance from Miller, able to keep play alive. Solar Bears retreating, though, as they complete the shift and change on the fly. Outlet pass towards center. Lindbergh intercepts it from Nichols. Ahead for Fye. Fye curling back. Back to Lindbergh. A shot tipped in front. They score!
Just like that. An Ace Hardware goal.
12.4 seconds left on the clock, and the Solar Bears have made it 2-0. It looks like Nicholas Lindbergh might have buried that one. Brady Vale was in front of Skapski. He might have screened him, might have deflected the puck as well. We'll have to take a look on the replay.
We're going to see it here in a replay, but it's slow motion here with the way the play developed. It looked like it was slowly developing. Watch this.
Back to the high slot for Lindbergh. He puts that one on, and Vale setting up a perfect screen. If that's the case, Lindbergh has his second goal on home ice in as many games, and it gives the Solar Bears a 2-0 lead. Solar Bears with the face-off win. Vale back into the Orlando end. Lewis shielding the puck. As time about to expire on the first period, St. Croix with a hack on Lewis, just as the horn sounds. But St. Croix very quick to skate away. Might we see some fireworks at the end of the first period? That remains to be seen. Massa skating off down towards the locker room tunnel, and cooler heads have prevailed for the time being.
It looked like at one point there, they're still chirping at each other. They are chirping, and the Solar Bears on the bench are slowly to get off.
No, all of the defensemen are remaining on the bench.
The 2 linesmen are down there making sure nothing goes on here, and it looks like the ice is going to clear with the Swamp Rabbits. The officials were kind of hanging around thinking something just might happen there, but they kept it all clean at that point. Looked like it, though. I mean, I've been in this building before where the goalies just go at it last year.
We might just see that carry over into the second period, Ping. There's still 40 minutes of regulation hockey to be played.
Man, the Solar Bears up 2-0 with that late goal. Well, 12.4 seconds to go. Pretty good stuff here in downtown Orlando on Cozy TV. Man. Like a little good action there at the end of the first period as the Solar Bears get out to a nice start. Let's head down to ice level now where our very own Sam Petrowski is behind the glass, sponsored by Window World. Sam.
Hey, Ping, I am down here with head coach Anthony Noreen. Coach, fantastic energy in the first period. Boys came out strong, specifically TJ Foster and Brady Vale. Talk about their goals.
Yeah, I mean, I thought all our guys top to bottom, like you hit it right on the head. Energy, guys are moving their feet. I thought we were physical. TJ Foster, I mean, you see what kind of speed he has. He's a guy who could break a game open because of the way he skates. He's got it wound up a couple times and come down, and when he gets going full speed, he's going to be hard to stop. And Brady Vale's a guy who we need to be a big-time impact player for us, and, you know, he's at the net for running that goal. That's exactly where we want him to be, and, you know, those 2 guys, we need them to be 2 of our best players.
Now, same team that we saw on Thursday night. Other than the goals, which is obvious, what did you like about the first?
I thought our structure was really good. I thought we were standing in the right spots, which sounds like an easy thing to do, but, you know, you got to race up and down the ice to get there. I thought our guys did a good job of that. Biggest thing for me, I thought on home ice, something we've been focused on lately is let's just be hard to play against. Like, let's make it hard to get anything against us. Let's be physical. You know, let's stand up for our teammates. I thought we did a really good job of just imposing our physical will that period.
Now tell me, what are we looking for here in the second?
Let's get better. I mean, I think there's a couple things we could certainly adjust. I think our power play has got to get a couple more pucks at the net. The key for us is we got to put pucks behind their defensemen playing their offensive zone. We've been down there. We've been really good. They got a really talented team. When they get in our end, they're going to make things happen. So we got to get pucks in their end, put it behind their D, and go run them over.
Thanks so much, Coach.
Thank you.
All right, Ping, you heard it. Back to you.
All right, Sam, thank you very much from the Amway Center in downtown Orlando. This is Orlando Solar Bears hockey on Cozy TV. Coming up next, join Eric Von Aken and Elizabeth Hart for a News 6 update, followed by the Collis Roofing Intermission Report with our very own Jamie Stay in the studio after this quick timeout from downtown Orlando. Solar Bears up 2-0 against Greenville on a wet night in downtown.
On no plane.
I ain't getting on no airplane.
See? I told you. It's the A-Team, and they're finally here on Cozy TV. Thrilling escapades, awesome vehicles, and how about that theme song? The A-Team arrives at Cozy TV with a bang. Don't miss the fun. The A-Team on Cozy TV.
Have your best day ever at Fun Spot America.
Is your roof storm?
Still raining outside Amway Center as we're bringing you exclusive ECHL hockey. It's the Solar Bears leading 2-0 against the Greenville Swamp Rabbits. I would still love to know what a swamp rabbit looks like live. Have you ever seen one? Like
I'd
a real
be
one?
anxious to see one.
I
but
like the nickname.
And the logo's pretty good. A rabbit with a hockey stick, or a carrot for a hockey stick. You can't argue
I'm all
with
about that. Well, I'm sports director David Pingalore from News 6, and the voice of the Solar Bears, Jesse Liebman, with me. And good start to the second period, because they end the period with 12.4 seconds to go with the second goal of the game. So all is well. So let's look at the first period stats, brought to you by BB&T, the official banking partner of the Orlando Solar Bears. And when you're up 2-0, your stats are going to be pretty good, Jess.
It's something that we talked about as one of the keys to the game. A hot start in the first period, Ping. The Solar Bears are 12-1-1 on the season when leading after the first 20 minutes. And, of course, they got things going midway through the first frame. TJ Foster, his 17th of the season from Byer and Harvey. And then a little bit later, as you said, 12.4 seconds left, Nicholas Lindberg with a feed from Eric Fye. Using Brady Vale as a screen, he's able to beat Mackenzie Skapski low glove side. Solar Bears up 1-0. They're out shooting the Swamp Rabbits by an 11-10 margin as well.
And Ryan Mass is having a heck of a game. I mean, the last time we did a game right here with News 6, on News 6, this is Cozy TV, the guy had a heck of a game. I think he knows when the bright lights are on him.
He was the first star of that game on January 2nd. If he keeps it up, who knows what may happen.
And all right, let's talk about the keys to the game. At the top of this broadcast, Jesse comes up with the triple threat. And I kind of think they've been hitting on all of those, haven't they?
Just about. As we talked about, the early lead, so they took care of that. The second key to the game was tightening up defensively. Solar Bears and Swamp Rabbits have combined for a significant number of goals so far through the first 7 games played in this regular season series. But through the first 20 minutes of play, the Solar Bears have kept the Swamp Rabbits off the board. So the Solar Bears are hitting that second key to the game. Third key to the game, having all 3 forwards getting involved. We saw that forward line, especially the third forward line, not necessarily a top scoring line centered by Eric Bradford with Matt Rupert and Johnny McKinnis on the wings. They were doing some nice job, winning some face-offs, chipping the puck in deep, clearing it out when they needed to, and that's led to the 2-0 lead for the Solar Bears.
We're just under about a minute away here before we start the second period. Now, your neighbor might own a poodle, maybe a cute little cat, but what about a king cobra, a monkey, a wallaby? Mike DeForest finds out just how many wild pets and captive animals have escaped. What's loose in your neighborhood tomorrow night on News 6 at 11 after the Super Bowl and after Stephen Colbert. We have a full lineup of hoopla for you right here on News 6 beginning in the morning with the morning news. We have an 8 to 9 a.m. special for you. all very insightful. And during that broadcast at 8 o'clock, I go one-on-one with two-time former Super Bowl champ from the Denver Broncos linebacker, John Mobley, in the studio with me. He won a Super Bowl in 1998, Jess, in 1999, when John Elway was the quarterback. So he'll be part of the broadcast tomorrow with me in the morning starting at 8 o'clock. But here we are in downtown Orlando. The energy level is up. The crowd is fired up as the Solar Bears are up 2-0 against the Greenville Swamp Rabbits. And here goes a fight. Here they go, baby.
Right off the drop, Zach Bell lining up with Tyler Elbrecht. They're sizing each other up.
You called it.
They haven't locked up just yet. Still waiting to throw the first punch. It's Bell and Elbrecht. Elbrecht with a little fake there. Tries to get a jab. Bell reaches out. Throws a right hook. Elbrecht with another one. Bell with a bomb. He gets the takedown.
Give him the takedown. Right out of the gate.
2 seconds into the period.
2 seconds in. Unbelievable. They just dropped the gloves and they made Paul Newman proud.
It took Bell 5 seconds on Thursday night into the second period. This time he only needed 2 before squaring off with Tyler Elbrecht. That gets the crowd out of their seats and onto their feet. Same for the Solar Bears and the Swamp Rabbits.
Let's watch this again. This is, oh look, they're not happy about this. Ready? Drop the puck. And there they go. You know, when you watch that like that, it was almost like you knew that was going to happen. It was scripted to happen.
2 heavyweights between the Solar Bears and the Swamp Rabbits. Bell, 6'2", 220 pounds. Elbrecht, 6'4", 209. Elbrecht has maybe the size advantage, or at least the height advantage, but Bell using his body effectively, getting in a few right hooks, and gets the takedown as well.
Now that gets you going on Cozy TV. A little fight. Paul Newman, where's Paul Newman? Is he in here? The star slap shot.
A little old-time hockey, eh?
Hey. Oh, man. That was a good one. We're just kind of humming along, and boom. I mean, the officials knew that was going on, though. They saw that coming.
I think you could probably anticipate it at the end of the first period when Bell was still jawing away with a few Swamp Rabbits players as they were trying to clear everyone off towards the bench. It's why we came back so late from the break.
Wow. Why don't they just keep doing that? That'd be kind of funny. Next group go. Here we go.
Face up at center ice. Second period finally underway as it's one back to Lewis. Around for Bell. Or beg pardon, Byer. Up in front, a shot and a save by Massa. The penalties announced for Bell and Elbrecht, and that draws another applause from the fans here in attendance at the Amway Center. Fans making their way back from the concession stand, still filing in. Sizable crowd on hand here tonight, Ping. 13 seconds into the middle frame. Solar Bears with a defensive zone face-off. Ryan Massa down to our left, Mackenzie Skapski to our right. Eric Fye lining up across from Nackstedt. Nackstedt wins the draw. Works it over to Cameron at the half wall. He's tied up by Byer and Schwartz. Cameron ahead, back to the blue line. Fed down by De Silva. That one chipped out. Looks like they're going to say that's offsides.
All right, let's get some hockey talk going here. I want right now, at Ping News 6, send me a tweet. Brought to you by Via Entertainment, food, fun, and the best bowling and party experience ever, located in Viaport Mall in Leesburg. And get the tweets in. It's at Ping News 6. And Jesse Liebman, and I said, you know, you can throw some mean ones out at me. We got a bunch here, and I'll read the bad ones, the good ones, and the ugly ones. You know, whatever you want me to read.
Puck dumped into the Greenville zone. De Silva looking to carry it out, but he's held in by Rawlik, who pinches up. Puck rolls around the zone to the near side, and looking to exit that time was Nackstedt. Nackstedt tries to cross over Byer. Byer doesn't take the bait and throws it ahead. De Silva with it at his own blue line. Escobedo dropping down to the far corner. Behind the net, Byer up ahead for Fye. Fye throws it across. Rawlik retreats back to recover the puck. Rawlik beneath the far circle. Long pass up ahead for Rodewald. Nearly intercepted by Joey Holka. As play continues along in the neutral zone, Troy Dene chips it down low. Rollick back to it. His first game of the season since signing with the Solar Bears earlier in the week. A shot by St. Croix wide of the net as it deflects off the rim of the cage. Our on-air scoreboard is brought to you by BB&T, the official banking partner of the Solar Bears. To the Foster at the left side. Throws it off the end boards, and it's picked up by Holka. A minute 45 into the second period. Solar Bears up 2-0. St. Croix to Holka. A shot blocker saved by Massa. Up to Miller. He knocks it free just in front of the Swamp Rabbits bench. It's sent back ahead by St. Croix as he changes. And Miller goes back to retrieve it. Brendan Miller. Outlet feed ahead for Nicholas Lindbergh. Lindbergh had the goal to end the second period. Solar Bears forced to touch up and regroup in the neutral zone. A chance there by Nichols wide of the net. This time Greenville forced to regroup to prevent the offsides. Passed up ahead from Miller to Rodewald. Down to Castro looking for Lindbergh. Icing waved off here. And settling it is Dodaro. Dodaro on an American Hockey League contract with the Syracuse Crunch. Though they are not the AHL affiliate of the Swamp Rabbits, that distinction belongs to the Hartford Wolfpack. McInnes through the neutral zone, ahead for Rupert. Sends the puck down and around behind the net of Skapski. Escobedo to the far corner. 3 minutes into the second period, Solar Bears up 2-0. Nichols throws it into the opposite corner. At the near side, Lewis gives Nackstead a nudge as Harvey throws it over to the near corner for Lewis again. Lewis, long cross ice feed, looking to spring Bradford for the pass, but icing whistled against the Solar Bears as Troy Dene reaches the hashes.
Jesse and I will be back in the booth for our next televised game, Saturday, February 27th. That will be on WKMG. Kalamazoo coming to town to take on the Solar Bears. The puck will drop at 8 p.m. over on WKMG. That would be the CBS affiliate. Right now we are on Cozy TV on a wintry type of night in Central Florida. Temperatures are going to drop overnight as it's raining outside right now as the cold front's coming through. Here inside Amway Center, though, it's all cozy, Jesse. It's all cozy, baby.
3.5 minutes into the second period, Solar Bears up 2-0. Their opponent that next time that the Solar Bears are on News 6 Ping, Kalamazoo, they beat them 5-2 on that road trip earlier in the season in the month of January. Rupert out in front, a chance for 5, but he's forced away from the puck. And it's cleared out by the Swamp Rabbits. Down the ice it goes. Icing waved off here, though, as the puck slowly made its way back to the Solar Bears zone. Byer fed across. Rollick. D to D for Byer. Byer joining the rush. Into the corner for TJ Foster. Foster curling back at the circle. Making a full circumference. He'll launch it down again into the corner. Rolling behind the net. Fye into the slot looking for Foster. Poked away by Nackstedt. And Nyezhkleb skates it out for Greenville. Nyezhkleb in the slot. His shot blocked at time by Rollick. Nyezhkleb fishing it out near the edge of the zone. Tries to sidestep Byer. Turns back, feeds it to St. Croix. One-timer, that time by Curran. He couldn't get enough momentum on it. Not enough leverage on that shot. It slides along the ice, and the Solar Bears chip it out. 4 minutes, 45 seconds into the second period. Bears up 2-0. Big collision in the neutral zone as Scott Fleming tries to take it into the Solar Bears end. Puck rolls between the two defenders, Curran and Escobedo, and so Skapski has to come out of his net to play it. Leaving it back behind the cage. Escobedo with it now. Passes to the near side for Curran. Long pass ahead for Fleming, but he had to lunge across the ice, unable to maintain possession. Miller skating behind Massa's net. With the puck now, pass up the middle for Rodewald. Unable to connect with Lindbergh. Cutting to the net is Curran. A shot and a save by Massa. He squeezes the pads together and hangs on.
All right, a couple tweets in here. Ryan Jensen, hi again. Let's go Bears 2-0. Let's keep the momentum going. We need this win. Defend the den. And Michelle B. was at Thursday's game with the Solar Bears. Hope this one is just as exciting, but obviously with the win this time, let's go Bears at Ping News 6. So go ahead. Or look, some of you may not even be in the Twitter world. I'll do this one better. Here's my email address. Ready? dpingalore@wkmg.com. So dpingalore@wkmg.com. So, you know, not everyone uses Twitter.
Everyone uses email.
Everyone uses email. More people use email than Twitter. I'll tell you that right now.
Shot in front pad, saved by Massa as Nicastro moves it ahead to Rodewald. Ahead for Lindbergh. Lindbergh looking to go around Dodaro. Shoveled ahead by De Silva up the boards for Saponari. One-touch feed from Rashid over to the left side for Nichols. Nichols bodied by Nicastro in the slot. The Solar Bears trying to clog that area just in front of the net of Massa. Miller with it now. Miller looking for some space. Connects on the pass to Vale. Drop feed to Lindbergh. Rifles one. Blockered aside by Skapski. Vale into the slot. Rodewald can't get the shot off as it's blocked by Nichols. From Miller, his shot. Easy pad save for Skapski to make there. And carrying it out is Ryan Rashid. Cross ice feed to Nichols. Drop pass towards the blue line to Silva. Tries to put one on. Now Rashid nearly caught Miles Harvey high with that shot there, but Harvey ducked out of the way. Attempting the wraparound Escobedo. Shot and a save. Massa drops on top of it and hangs on.
Oh, man. Good stuff here. You'll never believe the tweet that was just sent to me. An unbelievable tweet right after this.
Bright House Networks is keeping you connected with a TV and internet bundle for only $89 per month. Our
From News 6, the voice of the Solar Bears, Jesse Liebman. How about this tweet? Ira Bostain. Ping, love how often you mention Slapshot during these games. I was born and raised in Johnstown, Pennsylvania, living in Florida for 3 years now. Okay, my first kid is a Johnstown native. Yes. We got a Johnstown guy.
And a perfect tie in the Greenville Swamp Rabbits, formerly the Greenville Road Warriors, originally known as the Johnstown Chiefs in the ECHL.
Oh, now there's a new nugget of information. So when I covered the Johnstown Chiefs, that was from 1997 to 99. And the War Memorial. Not much has changed about Johnstown. It still looks like if it was 1950.
It's got to be a pretty barn, though.
It's an old barn.
I can appreciate those
movie
things.
Slapshot in there.
Solar Bears on the penalty kill. Mark Lewis off for interference. So the Solar Bears back in the PK for the second time this evening. 6 minutes, 36 seconds into the frame. 1:48 now left on the Greenville power play. Curran with some speed through the neutral zone, looking to go end to end. Along for Saponari at the left side. Back towards the blue line, Fye takes over, chips it out down the length of the ice, and the Solar Bears quickly change, sending out a fresh PK unit. Schwartz and McInnes now on it forward. Escobedo to the right side for Curran. Swipes that one into the corner. Miller picks it up, throws it up towards the far side. Schwartz able to force it out. It is picked up, however, by Escobedo. Heel wheel back towards center. To the right side for Curran. He's pressured by Schwartz. Schwartz nearly able to create a shorthanded situation as he had earlier in the week.
All right. Ira goes on to say, this is good. This is good interaction. Ping, let's go Bears. That was from Ryan Jensen, but hold on, here we go. We got trivia first. Then I'm gonna read this tweet. All right, trivia contest. Solar Bear knowledge. Tonight's trivia question brought to you by Park Square Homes. Here it is. Which Solar Bear player was the leading scorer in January? A, B, and C. We're giving you 3 shots at it. If you think you know the answer, tweet it at Ping News 6. So A, B, C at Ping News 6, and you have 8 minutes from right now. 8 minutes. You got to get a tweet in.
Give or take.
Okay, A, B, or C.
Less than a minute remaining on the Solar Bears penalty kill. Greenville in possession. Dodaro drags behind the net of Skapski. To the far side for Rashid. Knocked off the puck momentarily by Schwartz, but it's corralled by Rashid, along for Nackstedt. Back behind the net. Losing a tire there was a Greenville player. Looks like it was St. Croix. It's going to be a hooking call against the Solar Bears. And it appears for the next 37 seconds, we are going to see a 5-on-3 penalty kill.
We'll see how that goes. So Ira continues his tweeting here. Remember, I said I worked in Johnstown in 97 and 99. He says, and yes, I remember you when you were the Chiefs sports anchor. Now this Ira, he's dead on. He obviously watched the news back then. At WWCP Channel 8, which was the Fox affiliate where I was there. That's a long time ago. That's like 19 years ago. This April I was there, right out of college.
We're digging deep into the past of Dave Bigelow.
We're going deep here.
37-second 5-on-3 PK as Ryland Schwartz sent off for hooking. Taking the face-off is Brady Vale. Anthony Noreen sending out two forwards. It's Fye and Vale with Byer on the back end. Down low, St. Croix back to Dodaro. Rashid at the right point. Ahead for Niaj Kleb. In front, a chance for St. Croix. Massa lunges across the crease to cover the post. Back to the blue line. Rashid trading places with Dodaro at the left point. Slides it down to St. Croix at the circle. His pass broken up in the skates of Byer. Behind the net, Niaj Kleb. Shot kick saved there by Massa on Nackstead. Puck cleared out. 5 seconds remaining in the interference call to Lewis. He's out of the box, and the Solar Bears now have to contend with a 5-on-4 PK for the next minute 20. In front, shot, and a save by Massa again, turning aside Rashid. Back to the blue line, Dodaro, slap pass down low for St. Croix, lost in the skates of Nick Castro. Fye works his way into the corner. Now up ahead for Brady Vale, stolen by St. Croix, shot, blocker save Massa. Niaj Kleb back in front. Massa lunges on top of it, and the goaltender smothers the puck and hangs on.
I think Massa loves the bright lights of WKMG broadcast. Right?
He looks cozy. He looks right at home between the pipes.
He looks cozy on Cozy TV. It's Solar Bears hockey exclusively on Cozy TV. And we got the Grammys Monday live, February 15th. At 8 o'clock.
58 seconds remaining on the Swamp Rabbits power play. 11:05 to go in the second. Bears up 2-0 as it's chipped out by Foster. Down the length of the ice, Skapski in the trapezoid, leaving it for Curran. Curran waiting to move out. Up the far side, through the slot. Passes in between the benches to Fleming. Fleming crosses over the attacking blue line for Greenville, leaves it for Saponari. Into the corner, Nichols thrown back to Curran. Curran across. Solar Bears looking to box out the forwards, crashing the net. Saponari at the left circle. Nichols back to Saponari. Floats one back to the blue line. Shot and a save. Massa. Rebound still free. And the Swamp Rabbits score. It's a power play goal. Less than 15 seconds remaining on the man advantage. But Greenville has cut the Solar Bears lead in half. Orlando up 2-1, but it looks like it's Vinny Saponari who's able to jam the puck home through the legs of Eric Byer.
You know, the way I was looking at it with the naked eye from up here in the booth, it looked like they could have just blew the whistle. I mean you can't really see where it's stuck, but it looks like it's got it there. And it kind of sneaks out on its right side. And it gets banged in there. So, you know, the referee, Kenny Anderson, looks like he wanted to blow the whistle to stop play, but he didn't.
Saponari able to get his third of the season for the Swamp Rabbits. Solar Bears back to full strength. The penalty clock still up on the scoreboard. That'll probably change shortly. 10:20 remaining in the second. Solar Bears ahead 2-1. Lewis up to McInnes. Rupert gives chase. Shielding the puck along the half wall. He's bodied by Dene. Gloved down to the point by Lewis. And launched with a backhand into the corner. Elbrecht swipes at it. Up ahead to Niaj Kleb. Niaj Kleb intercepted by Matt Rupert. Bradford in between the benches. Fires it in. Wrapping around behind the net of Skapski. Chased by Rupert. Fed back to the point for Harvey. Down low for McInnes. Backhand feed into the slot. Rupert connects with Bradford. Shot just wide. Stick side of Skapski. McInnes launches that one up back towards the boards for Miller, who pinches up for the Solar Bears. Miller brings it towards the high slot. Turns, fires a shot, and a save by Skapski. Might have hit some traffic on its way to the net. Back in the neutral zone. 9:25 remaining in the second. Solar Bears ahead 2-1. Penalty coming up, it looks like. And we are going to head to a timeout in just a few moments. When we come back, the Solar Bears will be back to a power play.
They look like they want to go there. We'll be back right after this on Cozy TV.
What would their second power play attempt of the night? Nicastro behind the net, feeding it to Rodewald. Puck knocked free. Looks like that one was played with a high stick, so the faceoff will be forced back out to the neutral zone, much to the protestations from the Solar Bears bench. 1:45 remaining on the Bears power play. 9:07 to go in the second. Solar Bears up 2-1, but the Swamp Rabbits have been generating some attack. They actually now lead the Solar Bears in shots pinged by a 21-15 margin.
That's how good of a game Ryan Mass has had. Even though stuff going in, that was a power play. I mean, power play goal.
Interesting, the faceoff moved all the way not into the neutral zone, but the defensive zone for the Solar Bears. No matter, though, is Orlando able to come away with a faceoff win. Eric Fye starting out from behind the net, drops it to the blue line for Schwartz. Across for Foster. Ahead to Schwartz now at the right circle, puts one on, shot and a save Skapski. He was looking behind him to see if it squeaked through the pads, and he shuts the door there.
All right, at the second intermission, we'll toss it right back to the studio to Eric Von Aken and Elizabeth Hart for a News 6 update, followed by the Collis Roofing intermission report. Jamie Say has scores and highlights, plus a conversation with Solar Bears defenseman Carl Nielsen coming your way at the end of this period. That's the Collis Roofing intermission number 2 report. Second intermission.
Bradford lining up to take the draw to the glove side of Skapski. Across from Ryan Rashid. Looks like he's going to get tossed from the dot. And coming in to take his place is Johnny McInnes. McInnes wins it cleanly back to Lindbergh. At the right circle, Vale to Lindbergh again at the blue line. His pass broken up momentarily by Rashid. Lindbergh maintains possession at the right circle. Into the corner for Bradford. Bradford to McInnes. Around for Lindbergh in the far corner. Back to the blue line for Byer. Settling it. Across for Vale. Vale thrown back. This one comes all the way out. Byer will retreat to recover the puck. 56 seconds left on the Solar Bears power play. Bears lead 2-1. Byer, drop pass at his own blue line to Vale. Across for Lindbergh. He'll skate through the defense. Cutting to the near side. In the corner, he'll rim it around the boards. Chasing it over to the far side is Byer. He keeps it in. Glove down low by Dodaro and lifted out ahead. Now Nichols in a foot race there with Vale. Vale getting back to it first. Taps it around the boards to Byer. Cross ice feed to no one in particular. As Elbrecht swipes at it, into the corner goes Nichols. He'll retrieve, looking for Elbrecht, the trailer now. Swamp Rabbits shorthanded. Fleming with a chance, dancing through the slot. Fires one, blocked that time by Bradford. Settled by Byer, penalty about to expire. Here comes McInnes. Knocked off the puck by Fleming. Penalty to Cameron, about to expire. Swamp Rabbits back to full strength. Greenville in possession, a long pass attempt ahead for Cameron. He receives it, he walks in, spins away from Byer, still in possession, given away, and Vale moves it ahead for McInnes. An odd man break there just a moment ago, Pitt.
Very odd, yeah. Now, the next level, there's a little bit more offensive things happening there, I would imagine.
Vale up ahead, intercepted by Cameron. Cameron down the right side, drop pass. Nyezhklev into the slot, looking for Curran. And now a chance for Fye. Here comes Fye down the left side. De Silva getting back. Fye walks into the slot, looking to spring Miller. But it's intercepted and broken up by Curran. Back the other way comes Nackstedt with a shot wide of the net. Massa may have gotten a piece of it with the blocker. 6:33 to go in the second period. Solar Bears up 2-1. Now a 2-on-1 developing back the other way. Poke check by Nicastro. Cameron across. Nackstedt fanning on that shot. He had a wide open net, but just couldn't ripple to line. Schwartz ahead for Fye. Fye cuts to the outside of Curran. Works his way behind the net of Skapski. Fye puts on the brakes in the corner. Behind the net, Schwartz to Foster in the slot. Stick lift by Nichols, and it's chipped out back to the neutral zone where it's settled by Harvey. Across for Lewis, he'll hammer it in, wrapping around to the far side. Back to the left point, Harvey, a shot, trickles through a maze of bodies. Schwartz picks it up, turns, fires, blocked by Curran. At center ice, the puck rolls to Harvey, he'll move it along for Lewis. Lewis feeding it ahead for Foster, he couldn't settle it. Otherwise, he would have had a clean break to the net. 5:40 to go in the second period. Solar Bears lead 2-1.
All right, we continue on Cozy TV, exclusive coverage of the Solar Bears.
playing, Michelle.
Yeah, she tweeted in B5.
5:34 remaining in the period. Solar Bears ahead 2-1. A chance and a save by Massa. Rebound still loose. Holko forced wide, and the net knocked off of its pegs. And we'll get a stoppage of play and a face-off to the glove side of Massa.
Schwartz had 17 points in the month of January.
A lot of those coming on that 7-game road trip. Again, the Solar Bears 5-2 on that road trip before finally coming back to the Amway Center last week. A 3-game set against the Manchester Monarchs. And then on Thursday night, a heartbreaking 6-5 loss to the Swamp Rabbits. They're looking for some revenge here tonight in what's been a close one so far.
Thanks to Park Square Homes for being part of Orlando Solar Bear hockey.
Back to the blue line, Elbrecht. Down low, Fleming with a shot, shrugged off by Massa. Now Rupert carrying it out for the Solar Bears. 5:13 remaining in the period. In the corner, McInnes pinned up along the boards by Elbrecht.
Oh!
Rawlik laying the body, and then upended was Rupert. Big collision there. Back the other way comes Holka looking for Escobedo. Puck picked up by Bradford. Ahead for Rupert in the neutral zone. 4:53 remaining in the period. Holka cutting towards the net. Pass intercepted. Rodewald throws it out ahead. Bradford heading back to the bench for a change. Greenville regrouping here at center ice. Cameron lobs it ahead for Nackstedt. Rawlik throws it off the glass. Glove down and held in by Cameron. Nackstedt looking for Nyezhklev. Now Byer in the corner. Back behind the cage for Rawlik. The defenseman again playing in his first game of the season in a Solar Bears uniform since signing earlier in the week. 4:20 remaining in the period. Solar Bears up 2-1. Vale chasing over to the far side. Puck nearly gloved down by Nyezhklev. Left ahead for Rodewald. Between the benches, Rawlik with the poke check, swiping at it. Forces the puck back into the Greenville zone. Carrying it out, though, is Nyezhklev. Across through the legs of Nackstedt, and it's picked up by Vale. Long pass ahead for Miller. Now to Rodewald. Rodewald tries to walk the line. Nicastro maintains possession, although he had some difficulty with it there. Vale behind the net, poked free by Dodaro. And De Silva will look to move out. His pass momentarily broken up. That one deflects high before dropping at the Solar Bears blue line. Miller plays it ahead. Back to the Greenville zone. Dodaro, D to D for De Silva. Dumps that into the far corner. Nicastro works it around up ahead for Foster. Held into the blue line by Troy Dene. Through the neutral zone, played back by Curran. Up to Saponari. Curran to Rashid, nearly given away to Ryland Schwartz. Rashid circling back in his own end. Solar Bears clogging up the neutral zone here, trying to prevent Greenville from generating an attack. Swiping at it was Miller as it drops to the near corner. Backhand shot by Nichols, and Massa quick to react on that one. Falls on top of it and hangs on.
Solar Bear fans, check out the Orlando Solar Bears online team shop. You'll find t-shirts, jerseys, and accessories for the Solar Bear fan in your den. For official Solar Bears team merchandise, visit store.orlandosolarbearshockey.com. That's store.orlandosolarbearshockey.com for all your Solar Bears needs. Hey, start buying now for Christmas next year, right? Long-term planning.
You might as well stock up. Some new jerseys this season. The Solar Bears wearing their purple jerseys for only the second time on home ice this season after the jersey reversal date following the midseason break. Bell back behind the net for Lewis. Lewis in the far corner tries to chip it up ahead for Lindbergh. Lindbergh unable to clear. Holka with a chance. That one rolls through the paint. At the near side, left by St. Croix behind the net for Fleming. Back behind the cage, Vale swatting at it. Chases after it in the near corner. St. Croix looking to feed it ahead for Holka. He'll chase over to the far side. Vale gets to it first. Lewis with a sizable hit on Holka along the boards. Lewis stumbles. As Greenville maintaining possession, Bell with a poke check. Up along the board, settled by Escobedo. In front, St. Croix with a chance. Rebound still free. The puck deflects high. And it's chased over to the corner by Lindbergh. He's able to get the clear. Will there be icing? It's a foot race, but Rodewald beat out by Elbrecht to the hashes. And the Solar Bears will be unable to change their lines until the puck is dropped. 2 minutes remaining in the second. Bears up 2-1.
Talk about some free agents. Lindbergh, you know, we talked about, and the big fella here, Rory.
Rory Rollick played last 2 seasons over in Great Britain in the Elite Ice Hockey League. And Lindbergh, a former teammate of Solar Bears assistant coach John Snowden with the St. Charles Chill 2 seasons prior. They've been added to the lineup. Lindbergh's been productive so far. Rollick, playing in his first game tonight, has shown an impressive level of physicality. 1:47 remaining in the second as the Solar Bears continue to try to box out the Swamp Rabbits, who are in possession. Dodaro with a shot wide of the far post. Contained in the attacking zone for Greenville, but it's eventually worked free by Lindbergh. Lewis with the poke check. That one deflects into the Greenville bench. Glove down by Cody Curran. And right at the whistle, we have a little bit of some extracurricular activities developing in front of the benches. As De Silva is separated, Cameron with some words there for referee Kenny Anderson as he tries to get some clarification there.
Oh, they want to go here.
Rollick and Cameron.
Here we go. Come on. Oh, yeah, they're talking. They're talking.
Something tells me
he's laughing at
we
him.
haven't seen the last of this.
Oh, no. They're going to drop the gloves again. Somewhere along the line here. Rollick's not happy.
Neither was Cameron from the body language when he was talking to referee Anderson. Seemed to indicate that someone from the Solar Bears might have been holding one of his teammates. Either way, we'll continue along at 5 aside. 1:28 to go in the period. Face off at center ice after the puck deflected into the Greenville bench.
De Silva's having words in the bench with Miller across the way. They're just chirping at each other. Miller from the Solar Bears and De Silva leaning over, and this is gonna, something's going down here.
Plenty of hockey left in this
shot.
one. Rupert out in front towards the slot. Rashid intercepts. Saponari holding at the blue line. Across for Curran. Curran hustling into the attacking zone for Greenville. Intercepted, and now Bradford turning up ice with McInnes. Here comes Bradford, a 2-on-1. Bradford curls, drags, shot, and a save by Skapski. Thrown back towards the slot. Broken up that time, and the Swamp Rabbits move out. Less than a minute to play here in the second. Saponari down the right side. Rashid crashing towards the net. Saponari puts on the brakes. Still in possession. Poke check from Rollick, but he maintains it. Feeding it to Rashid. Rollick bats it with a backhander. Unable to clear the zone. Saponari with a backhander. Blocked by Rollick. Rollick looking for a passing lane. Connects with Bradford. Cross ice feed. Into the slot for Rupert. Rupert crosses over the blue line, leaving it for McInnes. McInnes forced wide at the circle. He's hauled down. Play continuing. Dene with it. Lifts that one high towards center, and it's settled by Foster. Passed ahead for Five. One last attempt. Schwartz driving towards the net. Play continuing along. Fleming with it. 4 seconds to go. Up the right side. St. Croix puts it on net. Massa makes the easy save, and horn sounds to conclude the second period.
All right, so it's 2-1. There was a power play goal scored there in that period for the Swamp Rabbits. I'm just kind of watching De Silva. He's number 24 for Greenville. He just kind of went by the bench, and he's kind of circling. He's kind of like a little great white shark circling around. He's off the ice now.
Well, what always makes for some entertaining hockey is the conclusion of these periods at the Amway Center. Both teams have to cross each other's paths to get to their locker room.
And then that's, you know, you can get a little melee going there. Like Noreen, he's walking, the coach there, he's kind of shaking his head.
During the course of the regular season from November through March.
He's not happy. He's going to come off the ice here. He's kind of like talking to himself, coach. To talk to his assistant.
He and assistant coach John Snowden will head to the locker room, try to diagram some things up and improve on what they can into the third and final period of regulation. Orlando playing a close one with Greenville. It's 2-1 after 2.
Man, good stuff here in downtown. We got Cozy TV on a wintry Central Florida night. I say that in jest, you know, it's just raining out, but it's going to get cool overnight. But they're leading 2-1 right now going into the third period. And let's head down to ice level where Sam Petrowski is behind the glass, sponsored by Window World. Sam, what do you got?
I am down here with rookie forward number 17, TJ Foster. TJ, first one on the board tonight. You started the scoring. Walk us through your goal.
You know, I was out there for a while, and we were in the D zone, and I kind of just, you know, got open on the weak side, and Eric made a great pass to me, coming down the wing, and made a move at the blue line, and luckily the D, I think, got crossed up, and I was able to step around him and get a shot on net, and luckily it went in.
Now, they got one back here in the second, but what did you see developing during the second period?
You know, it was kind of back and forth. You know, we were coming at them in the first, so I think they made some adjustments and, you know, kind of flipped it on us. But, you know, that power play goal we wish we could have back. We had a good kill before that, but we couldn't kill the second half of it. So we're going to have to come out in the third and shut it down. Now,
you kind of stole my question, but I'm wondering, what do we got to see here in the third in order to walk away with a win?
Well, we can't sit back. You know, yesterday we kind of sat back and let them come at us, and they got a few and got the win. So we're just going to have to keep putting pressure on them, get pucks deep, and get on their D, and you know, stay in their end as much as possible, and hopefully pot another one.
Thanks so much for your time, TJ.
Thank you.
All right, Ping, back up to you guys.
All right, so that's Sam Petrowski behind the glass, brought to you by Window World. 2-1 game right now, going into the second intermission from the Amway Center in downtown Orlando. This is Orlando Solar Bears hockey. Coming up next, Eric Von Eyck and Elizabeth Hart for a News 6 update. Ooh, I love when they were fighting earlier on. And followed by the Collis Roofing Intermission Report with our very own Jamie Say. That was 2 seconds in to that second period. We'll see you to start the third period after the Collis Roofing Report. All right, looking outside downtown Orlando, still raining outside as you're watching exclusive Orlando Solar Bears hockey right here on Cozy TV. 2-1 in middle, well, second intermission, just about 3 minutes to go here before we drop the puck for the third period. I'm Sports Director David Pingelor, and the voice of the Solar Bears, Jesse Liebman. Now, the start of the second period, 2 seconds, we're going to blows. The question is, are they going to go to blows to start the third period?
It seemed like as the period dragged further and further along, Ping, that tempers were starting to flare at various points. Credit to the officials. They did a good job of keeping things low-key and under control, but Zach Bell did square off with Tyler Elbrecht, drop the gloves. It got the fans excited. Later on in the second period, though, Greenville would eventually get on the board.
You know, what about if the announcers, like, just started going to blows in the booth? That would go viral. We just started boxing.
I could never do that. I'm not a violent guy.
Neither am I. I was just thinking about that when we were talking about that start of the second period. All right, here's a look at the second period stats brought to you by BB&T, the best bank in town since 1872.
Little goalmouth scramble in front of the net of Ryan Nassa while the Swamp Rabbits were on the power play. Vinny Saponari able to bang home the loose puck and get Greenville on the board. Surprising to see just how close this game has been.
All right, so it was an eventful second period, the first 2 seconds with the fight, and then there was the power play goal. Then it was just kind of like one of those kind of feel-out periods, right? You know, there wasn't a lot of, I didn't think there was a lot of energy there.
Well, just as Bell and Elbrecht took a few moments to size each other up before they actually locked up and started throwing punches, you could say the same could be the case for the entire period. These two teams getting a good feel for each other. Orlando went up 2-0 after the first, then Greenville started to make their way back into this one.
All right, South Division standings do look like this. Florida's always like on the top here, year in and year out, ECHL. Then you have Atlanta, used to be Gwinnett, South Carolina, Greenville, and of course Orlando. Still a long way to go to make up some points to get back into that playoff race.
They've got a lot of games in hand, though, on their opponents within their division and within the Eastern Conference. It's the conference seedings that ultimately determine playoff standing heading into the 2016 Kelly Cup playoffs.
No question, it's the Stanley Cup of football. It is Super Bowl 50. WKMG and CBS bring day-long Super Bowl coverage beginning tomorrow morning at 11, all leading up to the 6:30 kickoff. It's Peyton versus Newton. Commercials and, of course, the halftime show. WKMG is your home for Super Bowl 50. It all begins with the morning news and then a special, yeah, look at downtown San Francisco there. And of course, it all starts with our morning news and then 8 o'clock to 9 a.m. tomorrow, a Super Bowl special for you. We're going to break it all down from how to tailgate, how to watch the Super Bowl, in case you probably never watched a football game in your life. And there are a lot more people like that who never watched a football game in their life that will watch the Super Bowl tomorrow.
But the Super Bowl is always good primetime entertainment television.
Absolutely, and of course, don't forget our exclusive interview with two-time Super Bowl champ John Mobley from Super Bowl 32 and 33 when he played with the Denver Broncos. I'm sports director David Pingalore, and now Jesse Liebman, the voice of the Solar Bears.
Third period underway as the Solar Bears skating right to left on your screen as it's won by Schwartz back to Byron. They'll move out down the right wing side for Foster. He collides with De Silva, fed back to the high slot. Rawlik with a wrister. That one blocked by Dodaro. Foster with a chance, and that one skips high and out of play into the protective mesh. Just 18 seconds into the final frame in regulation. Solar Bears up 2-1.
Now I promised a shout out. I think that section. What section is over here?
That looks like 112, the corner.
112, it's what would it be, 114? Maureen and Steve Renner, some friends of mine, season ticket holders since this team started a few years ago. So Maureen and Steve, shout out to them. Big fans of Solar Bears hockey. And watching us, by the way. They're DVRing this right now as we speak.
Fantastic.
How about that? They're going to go home tomorrow when they wake up, and they're going to watch Solar Bears hockey.
And they're going to critique both you and I, Ping, as we continue back to the action. Ryland Schwartz with a cross-ice feed from Foster. A drive by Schwartz. Blocker to side with the waffle board by Skapski. Back to the blue line. Miller with a chance. Glove down by Skapski. Not as much velocity on that shot. He's able to make the easy save 50 seconds into the third period.
I don't think they've missed the game this year, the Renner family.
That's their dedication.
That's it. And knew about Cozy TV to go and DVR it. So thanks to Renner, Steve Renner and his wife, Maureen.
Face off to the blocker's side of Mackenzie Skapski as Vale lines up to take the draw across from Nackstedt. Vale flanked by Lindbergh and Rodewald, wins it back cleanly to Miller. D to D for Nicastro, wrist shot knocked down in front. Play continues, a chance out to the blocker side of Skapski. Rodewald unable to settle it, but Vale takes over. Rims it around the boards. Nyeshkleb slowed by Lindbergh. He'll retreat, poking it back to Elbrecht. Rodewald finishing his check on Elbrecht there, the alternate captain for the Swamp Rabbits. Cameron up ahead now. Leading it for Nyeshkleb. In the corner, Nyeshkleb whips on his pass attempt as Miller chases him over to the near side wall. Fed back to the left point. Elbrecht can't keep it in. And Greenville forced to reset. Bears up 2-1, a little over a minute and a half gone by in the third period. Miller ahead for Matt Rupert. Dishes that puck ahead. Curran picks it up for the Swamp Rabbits. Across for Escobedo and up ahead to Holka. He'll fire it around. In the near corner, Lewis tries to chip it free. Held in by Dene at the right point. Curran momentarily coughed it up to McInnes. Swamp Rabbits still maintain possession, though, as it's worked out to the neutral zone. St. Croix inching towards the zone. A shot and a save by Massa. He hangs onto that one, clinging it to the chest.
Good one here on Cozy TV in front of a good crowd in downtown Orlando on Cozy TV. 2-1. This is a good one. They're always good. Whenever we show up with the production crew down there in the truck, and they know who they are down there. I love those guys.
A little bit of TV magic.
Yes, and we always get an entertaining game from the Solar Bears. And of course, you can always come out to a Solar Bears game and get tickets. Go to the website or go to Ticketmaster.
Off the face-off, Fleming trying to cut wide of the net. Fed back around to the near side. Rupert with the stick lift on Dene. That allows Rory Rawlik to feed it across behind the goal line to Byer. Solar Bears breaking out, up ahead for Bradford. He taps it into the far corner. McInnes skating in, bodied by Dene. Rupert tries to one-hand it up along the board. St. Croix lifts it out, gloved down by Rawlik. Fed in front of the Greenville bench. Rupert looking for McInnes, broken up. Dene with it. Up ahead to Rashid. Rashid retreating back to his own zone, pressured by Bradford. Finds Saponari at center. Crossing over the blue line to the left side, a chance for Nichols. 2 attempts, and he whiffs on both of them as Nicastro taps it over to the far wall. Attempts to pin up Saponari. Dropped back to Nichols. Floated into the slot. Puck bounces just to the blocker's side of Massa. On the wraparound, Nichols with it. Short side attempt as he turns and fires. Massa seals him off. Nichols ahead for Saponari. He's gloves the puck down and then taken down by Nicastro, but play continues now. Saponari at the near circle. Bradford taking over, moves it up ahead for Eric Fye, crossing over with Foster. Foster going wide of De Silva, poke check by the Greenville defenseman. Not able to lift it out entirely, though, as it's held in by Schwartz. Now back to De Silva. He carries out, using that long reach to shield the puck. Launches a backhander ahead and heads back to the bench for a change. Around to the far side. Schwartz knocks the puck down. Up ahead for Fye. Cross-ice feed intended for Foster, broken up. Cameron saucers it ahead to Nyezhklev. Had some trouble gloving that one down as he shakes his glove in some pain. Lindbergh at the left circle, peels back. Knocked loose by Nackstedt to Nyezhklev. To the right side now for Cameron. Dropped back to the slot for Nyezhklev. He'll turn, feed it across for Nackstedt at the circle. Elbrecht floats it across. Nyezhklev with a shot that caught Massa high in the mask, but it deflects all the way back to the left point. And it's held in by Elbrecht. Behind the net, Nackstedt into the corner for Nyezhklev. Back to the blue line, tapped out ahead for Rodewald, and here he comes. He's in a foot race with Escobedo. The defenseman beats him out to the puck, though. And Greenville recovers. Passed ahead for Cameron. A little over 4.5 gone by in the third period. Bears still clinging to a 2-1 lead. Lindbergh lifts that one high. Cameron tried to touch that one with a high stick. Didn't make contact, though, as Holka chips it down the ice. Now Byer up ahead for Rodewald. Connects with Vale. And Vale tosses that one back out to the neutral zone. Dene dumps that in. Byer with the puck now behind the net as Massa left it for the blue liner. Rodewald cross-ice feed to Rupert. Rupert inching his way down the side. Shot. Glove save there by Skapski. He got a piece of it. Bradford still in possession, though. Keeps it in and feeds it ahead to McInnes in the far corner. McInnes still maintaining pressure. Off the boards, collected by Rupert. Rupert making his way up towards the edge of the zone. Knocked free by Fleming. It's gloved down at the blue line, though, by Miller. Solar Bears regroup, still keep play alive. Miller knocked off the puck by Fleming. Nichols nearly tagging up with Nicastro, but the Solar Bears defender gets there first. Puck flipped out of play, though, into the stands just to our left. And we get a stoppage of play. Solar Bears up 2-1, 5 minutes, 50 seconds into the third period.
Trust Chief Meteorologist Tom Sorrells and the entire News 6 weather team for accurate pinpoint forecasts daily on News 6, getting results. So there's Candace, Elizabeth, Tom, Julie, and Troy right there. You can catch them throughout the week, and of course on the weekends on News 6.
Neutral zone faceoff just in front of the Greenville bench. It's won back by Schwartz to Lewis, fed across for Bell. Long range dump in. That one actually put on net, but turned aside by Skapski. Dodaro looking to move out. Turnover. 5. Thrown back into the slot. This one rolls all the way out. Lewis chips it ahead. Dodaro bringing the puck behind the goal line beneath the net. Pivoting up the near side to Saponari. Connects on a pass with Rashid at center ice. Now to the right side for Saponari. Down the wing. In front, a shot by Nichols. Looking for the one-timer just wide of the blocker side of Massa.
And Lewis just tossing his opponent into the boards there. Wow.
Dodaro ahead for Rashid. Rashid stumbles as he gets the pass off. Into the corner. Nichols with a chance, but it's poked away by Eric Byer. Byer starting out, looking for a lane. Passes to the left side for Schwartz. Drop feed to Byer. Byer taking it in deep. At the wall. Back to Rollick. He holds the line. To Fye. His shot deflects. And a kick save there by Skapski. At the left circle. Byer. Pinned up along the boards. Puck still jammed free. Trying to see what's taking place down just in front of us. Cameron, though, streaking through the neutral zone in possession for Greenville. Through the legs of Rollick, but a poke check by Massa. And Cameron tries to deliver it back to Elbrecht. It rolls free. Back into the Greenville zone. Swamp Rabbit starting up again. Circling is Nyezhklev. Entering the zone. Forced to the corner wall. Shielding the puck, though, as Byer loses his stick. Back to Escobedo at the right point. Taps it for St. Croix. St. Croix around the boards, back to the left point for Elbrecht. Now a chance for Nyezhklev, his chance wide. Stolen by Lindbergh. It's a possible 2-on-1 developing. Here comes Lindbergh walking in. Hesitates, shoots, and he scores! Jack Rodwald bangs home the loose puck. And the Solar Bears reestablish the 2-goal edge. It's 3-1 Orlando.
And of course, that goal brought to you by Ace Hardware. That was executed fundamentally to perfection on a 2-on-1.
A lot of hustle from the Solar Bears' second forward line. Lindbergh storming into the attacking zone, but he had Rodewald off to his right, just to the side of Elbrecht. The stick lift by Escobedo, but he gets the pass off, and Rodewald, he might have actually had some assistance from his skate boot there as it deflected, but it's not a distinct kicking motion. That's going to be a good goal regardless.
They're high-fiving here inside Amway Center. 12:07 left. 2-goal lead.
We're going to get a reset of this face-off here, though, it appears. Bears up 3-1, though, Ping. A little bit of breathing room, a little 2-goal cushion. Face-off at center ice. Bradford lining up across from Fleming. Knocked back to Lewis. He'll corral it. Bell up ahead for McInnes. Talk about performers under the bright lights of television. Rodewald with his second TV goal game of the season. He had the goal to open the scoring on Jan 2nd against the Florida Everblades. And that was an eventual 3-1 win for the Solar Bears. In front, a chance for Holka. He's knocked off the puck. Bradford in the corner, up to Rupert. Donay holds it in. Flipped along by Fleming behind the net. Lewis pinning his man up along the boards. Bradford up ahead for McInnes. Nearly connected on a feed at center ice. Now McInnes steals the puck walking in. He's hauled down. Play continuing though. Curran, arm of referee Kenny Anderson not extended. No delay penalty coming up. Back the other way. Play continuing with the Swamp Rabbits countering. In front, Dene with a shot and a save by Massa.
The play down here at the other end, I couldn't believe there was going to be a takedown. It should have been a penalty, maybe.
McInnes chasing after Anderson, wondering why there was no call on the play.
Wow. We're back, 3-1.
Rounding out the starting lineup for today's morning meeting, the accounting department.
Hey, what's Jimmy doing in the penalty box?
And Jimmy gets 2 minutes for donutting.
Man, he forgot the donuts.
Jimmy!
Really, dude?
Their life is better with hockey. And yours will be too when you experience the excitement of the Orlando Solar Bears. Get your tickets today starting as low as $15. Orlando Solar Bears. Life is better with hockey.
Now lives in the moment. Now.
Remaining in the third period. Solar Bears ahead 3-1 though now. Off the face-off. Contained by Rawlik and chipped out towards neutral. Saponari. Stick lift from Foster, worked ahead from Fye to Schwartz at the right circle. Backhand feed over to the near side. Saponari taps it up ahead. Rashid moving out with it in tandem with Nichols. Nichols driving wide. Forced away by Rawlik. At the circle, a shot. Catches Rawlik high. He shrugs it off. And the puck lands in the far corner. Poked free to Saponari by Nichols. Nichols knocking Rawlik down. Less than 10.5 to play in the third here. Solar Bears going up by 2 once again a few moments ago. Jack Rodewald connecting on a feed from Nicholas Lindbergh. So Lindbergh with a goal and an assist tonight for the Solar Bears. Nick Castro pressured by Cameron. To the far corner for Rawlik. Up for Rodewald. And carrying it out is Schwartz. He'll dump it in at center ice. Puck bounces off the glove of Skapski. And it's settled by De Silva. Schwartz coming off the bench, off the ice for a change. Coming off the bench is Brady Vale to take his place. Up the near side, the Castro to Lindbergh. Lindbergh cross ice feed to Vale. Crosses over the blue line to the slot. A shot, that time blocked and deflected up high off the pads of Bretton Cameron.
3-1, 9:39 to go. Solar Bears trying to hang on after this.
What would we be without our mountains? Without the things that stand in our way, that make us better. At Coors, our mountain is brewing the world's most refreshing beer. Lagered, filtered, and packaged cold. Our mountains make us who we are. Your mountains make you who you are. Whatever your mountain, climb on.
Bright House Networks is keeping you connected with a TV and internet bundle for only $89 per month. Our services include plenty of extra features and apps that keep you connecting wherever you are. Internet customers get free antivirus downloads and access to over 450,000 Wi-Fi hotspots. TV customers can watch TV everywhere and manage their DVR with the BHTV app. Call 855-319-1319 and get Bright House Premier TV and 25 meg internet for only $89 per month for 12 months.
Pinpoint accuracy. It can mean the difference between a stray storm or being prepared for a dangerous situation. Get pinpoint accurate forecasts with Pinpoint Weather.
Here's tonight's crash of the game, brought to you by Auto Justice Attorney Michael T. Gibson, right here, lower left corner. Oh! Oh, nice. Thank you to Auto Justice Attorney Michael T. Gibson for sponsoring tonight's crash of the game. Visit AutoJusticeAttorney.com. That was a good crash.
Rory Rawlick with the big hit on Bretton Cameron down at the near side half wall. As we return to the action, Greenville moving out of their own end next with a long pass ahead for Richard Nyeshklep, broken up by Brendan Miller. 9:25 remaining in the third period. Solar Bears ahead, 3-1. Elbrecht scooping the puck up at center ice, hammers it into the far corner, wrapping around the goal. Massa handling it, passes to Nicastro. Up for Rodewald. Rodewald launches it ahead, knocked down by Lindbergh. Back to the point. Nicastro with a drive off the glass. And it settles at the near side wall. Nackstedt carrying it out. Nackstedt bodied by Rodewald. Solar Bears regain possession. Miller to the right side for Vail. He'll spin, tucking it into the Swamp Rabbit zone and head back to the bench. And now it looks like a high sticking call leveled against Jordan Nackstedt. The Solar Bears are heading to a power play.
Popped him right going into the bench.
And that happened.
That would have been Brady Vail getting popped in the head.
And that happened behind the play as the puck was dumped down the ice, and the Solar Bears and Swamp Rabbits were initiating a change on the fly. Solar Bears, though, going back to the power play. They have not converted just yet, but again, Ping, entering tonight's contest, the Solar Bears converting on over a quarter of their power play chances on the season against Greenville. It's only a matter of time.
Solar Bears on the power play.
Anthony Noreen sending out the 4-forward set on the power play, though he's got Nicastro playing up on the left wing side for this face-off formation. TJ Foster replaces Ryland Schwartz. Fleming wins the draw, but the puck rolls back to the blue line, settled by Fine, along for Schwartz. Schwartz with a snapshot. That one deflects high off the stick of Fleming and out of play. A minute 52 left on the Bears power play. 8:38 to go in regulation. Orlando still leading 3-1.
Looking good. No, I'm not even going to say anything. I don't want to say 3-1. Looking good with 8:38 to go.
Maybe you're playing it safe, Ping, but I've never known you to be a guy who does that.
They're going to win.
You like to take risks.
There you go.
Nichols down the left circle, poked away by Nicastro. Foster.
They're going to get a fourth goal, the Solar Bears, before the Swamp Rabbits get their second goal.
Foster with some speed, hustling into the attacking zone. It's swept away by Nichols. Here comes Fleming walking in on a breakaway. Shot and a save by Massa. Where is the puck? The red light flashes. And referee Kenny Anderson is saying it's a good goal. Massa is incensed. He can't believe it. Josh Nichols celebrating as he makes his way back to the Greenville bench. A breakaway chance there, but it's Scott Fleming who collects the goal, tucking it underneath the pads of Massa, who is outstretched and extended.
That wasn't a goal.
I'm
going to tell you that right now. That was not a goal. That puck is in between Massa's pads. That was not a goal. The line, okay.
Josh Nichols.
That is not a goal.
And that's what they're saying.
That's a terrible call.
Fleming took it to the net, but the whistle wasn't blown. Watch for Nichols to come in. Nichols is going to crash the net. And it looks like he gets his stick between the pads of Massa, and that's what leads to the puck in the back of the net.
But Kenny Anderson, a referee, should have blew that play dead at that point. That puck was in the patch.
If this goal stands, it's going to be a shorthanded goal against the Solar Bears. And that's the thing we've seen with special teams this year. The Solar Bears have put up a ton of shorthanded goals. They've also surrendered quite a few as well. This is
okay. Now, the play should be dead right now. The play should be dead. The play should be dead. That's a terrible call.
Play continuing, though, as we finally see things settle. The Solar Bears remain on the power play for the next minute 17. They say the goal credited to Nichols. Fleming with the assist. Byer skating out. Drop pass to Vale. To the near side for Lindbergh. Lindbergh fires it in.
And of course, as soon as I just jinxed the whole thing, say I was wrong. They're going to score the fourth before their second.
I wonder what the Twitter chatter is going to be for your account in a few moments, Ben. Who knows? Puck deflects back to the near corner. Byer settling it. 50 seconds to go on the power play. Byer at center ice. Fires it in, wrapping around the glass. Bradford looks to tag up. Clearing it out is Dene. Lindbergh manages to keep it in. Down behind the net, McInnes. Back to the right circle for Vale. To Lindbergh. Lindbergh for Byer. Byer to Vale. Vale circling. Puts one on net. Shot and a save. Skapski with it. Lindbergh chasing after into the corner. Sent back to the left point for Byer. 15 seconds remaining on the power play. Lindbergh inching his way down to the slot. Vale with a shot and a save. Skapski, puck still free. And the goaltender hangs on. Now Bradford looking to go. Bradford with a takedown. Now McInnes locking up with Elbrecht. The linesman still trying to separate Bradford and his partner. McInnes looks like he wants to go with Elbrecht. Now Byer stepping in. Finally, it appears that things are starting to settle down. McInnes without his helmet.
Anderson's going to sort this one out. He's sending a couple of players over to the box. You got Bradford, he's going into the box. Elbrecht's going in, looks like.
Solar Bears still have, for the time being, an 8-second remaining power play. Taking a look at that replay, though, Vale with an excellent shot, just drove that into the chest of Skapski. The rebound was loose, and then at the whistle, all kinds of bedlam broke loose.
Bradford with the takedown, though. Gonna get chippy here, 3-2 game. 6:54 to go. Woo! Let's go, baby!
McInnes locking up with Elbrecht there on the replay. Meanwhile, on the ice, Breton Cameron for the Swamp Rabbits and Eric Byer, the captain of the Solar Bears, talking things over with the officials, getting final clarification. Looks like the Solar Bears, if the scoreboard holds as it is, indicating the Solar Bears are remaining on an 8-second power play. We'll see who remains out on the ice. Right now, 4 skaters on for Greenville. And currently, only 4 skaters for the Solar Bears. Now TJ Foster hops off the bench, remains out with Brendan Miller, as Nicastro actually shifts back into position. Solar Bears up 3-2, 6:54 remaining in the third. Puck is dropped, long pass ahead after Greenville wins the faceoff. Up ahead for Saponari. Back to the neutral zone, penalty to Nackstead over, walking in his Fye, his shot just high over the net. He's hit hard by Dodaro. Dodaro with a strong arm shiver there on Fye. And we get a stoppage of play, and now it looks like a roughing call coming against Dodaro, and the Solar Bears will head back to the power play.
Man, that was, wow. We're heating up. 6:38 to go on Cozy TV.
Legend has it, this next family of gems is said...
Definitely roughing, that's boarding, roughing, whatever you want to call it.
Dodaro finishing his check there, maybe a little too hard on Eric Fye. The Solar Bears back on the power play. They gave up a shorthanded goal moments ago. A shot from the point, rebound loose. Rupert shoots and he scores!
Kevin right there, a power play goal! That is brought to you by Monax Sport, baby!
Matt Rupert giving the Solar Bears another 2-goal lead. He backhands the rebound past Mackenzie Skapski. 8 seconds into the power play pin.
Woo, baby! Look at that. Always comes on the rebound. He's right there, pops it in. Nice. It's a Solar Bears Mullinax Sport power play goal.
Rupert had a goal and an assist for the Solar Bears on Thursday night. He's got the hot stick. It's a power play goal for the Solar Bears. They lead Greenville 4-2 with 6.5 to play.
All right, so far I did predict it'd be 4-2 at one point, so I'm good.
Bell up ahead for
tracks.
Schwartz. There you go. Nichols at center ice. Dumps the puck down low. 5 fishing it out of the corner. 9th goal of the season for Rupert. They give the assist to Johnny McInnes. Byer with 2 assists on the night for the Solar Bears as well. 5 at center ice, across for Lewis. To the right side now for Foster. He might have some space racing after the puck with Cody Curran. Curran knocks the puck loose. At the near side, Schwartz with the poke check as Foster ties his man up. Fly comes away with it, tries to direct a backhander to Byer at the point. Instead, Nichols takes over. Batted into the neutral zone. Saponari. Offsides is the call against Greenville. A little over 5.5 remaining in the third ping. Solar Bears up 4-2.
All right, got a couple tweets here. Brought to you by VA Entertainment. All right, Robert Manila said, no goal, we got robbed. That was a terrible non-bad call by the official there. I knew that would happen when you said that, Ping, when I said they would score their 4th goal before the 2nd goal for the Swamp Rabbits. Solar Bears leading scorer. Oh, we already talked about that. Well, we got a bunch here. I got to get back to action. Jesse, go.
Escobedo to Nackstedt. A shot as he crossed over the blue line. Blocker to side by Massa to the corner. Cameron taken down by Rollick, and that will likely be a tripping call against the Solar Bears defender.
That was not tripping. Can we see that again in the truck? Kenny Anderson was too quick there. Okay.
5:14 remaining in the third period. Solar Bears are heading back to the PK.
Jesse's getting nervous. He's like, Ping, no, don't say that. Okay, I just call it like it is. Watch, ready? Here. I don't know. That was touchy.
It looked like Rollick got his stick between the legs of the Swamp Rabbits player.
We're way up here. You know, Kenny, the official, is way down there.
He burns a tire. The Swamp Rabbits going for broke. 6 skaters on. They've pulled goaltender Mackenzie Skapski. Head coach Brian Gratz looking to roll the dice here as his team trails by 2 late in the third.
This is like playing poker and putting your chips all in. There's 5 minutes to go, 4-2, and he yanks his goalie. You don't see that often.
He probably figures with the power play, and better late than never to get things going offensively for his team. 4:56 remaining in the period, 1:40 left on the Swamp Rabbits power play. This one cleared down the ice, but just wide of the net. Fly scoops it up, but he's knocked off the puck by Curran, along with Escobedo. Escobedo starting out for Greenville. Still plenty of time left in this contest. Through center ice to the right side for Saponari. He walks in, fires a shot, and a save by Massa.
You know what I like about this brave? This is a good call, though. You don't see this too often. Right? You got 5 minutes to go. You're on a power play, and you yank your goalie. You know what? You are going for broke, because you're basically saying we don't. The chances of us winning are slim to none. Right, 4-2.
Take a look at that replay. Last shift chance for Vinny Saponari. He walks in already with a goal tonight. He figures, well, let's put it on net and see what happens. My guess, Ping, is once the power play expires, if the Solar Bears can kill it off, Skapski will return to the net at the earliest stoppage. Greenville with the face-off win. A drive by Dene for a one-timer, and Massa makes the save and covers up. Cameron knocked to the ice. And he's back up. He's ready to go again. They'll try to settle things. Less than 4.5 remaining in regulation. 1:15 left on the penalty to Rollick.
Now here's what's interesting when you're on a power play, you yank your goalie, and you're going 6-on-4. How you see the replay here? How difficult it is for the opposition trying to kill the penalty to score in an empty net, though.
They nearly had a chance just a moment ago.
It's kind of hard. It looks a lot easier than it can be done. Don't you think?
Absolutely.
I mean, it looks like they should just drop it in.
Off the face-off, it's getting a little chippy. Schwartz and Rashid motioned out of the dot by the linesman. Rashid will get switched out for Cameron. Schwartz replaced by McInnes. Face off to the glove side of Massa. It's one back to Dene. To the left side to Silva. Lets one fly. Massa makes the save. And that draws some hearty applause from the fans. And then at the whistle, McInnes engaging in some shoving there with St. Croix.
I mean, that they can win the face-off is just knock it down to the other end and take a chance. Because you go up 5-2 at this point with 4:24 left, you could just, you know, it's over. It's over.
Face-off coming up shortly, though, to the blocker side of McInnes. Anthony Noreen, the coach for the Solar Bears, using that benefit of home ice advantage, has the last change. He'll send out a whole new unit of skaters here as Eric Fye is joined at forward by Brady Vale, Zach Bell, and Eric Byer on the back end for the remainder of this PK. A minute 10 left in the penalty to Rawlik. 6 skaters on for Greenville with Skapski pulled. Greenville with the face-off win. Back to the left point for Dene. Down low for Nyezhklev. Behind the net, St. Croix bodied along the end boards by Bell. Puck in the slot, a chance for Dene. Kick save by Massa. That one might have hit a body on its way to the net. Forced back out to the neutral zone, a chance for Vale. Bell still in possession. Up to Byer. Byer already with 2 assists on the night, looking for Vale. Vale bringing it back. He's got the empty net yawning. And now, what is the stoppage of play here?
They're going to put a face-off here at the other end. And they're going to put the goalie back in. They're going to get Skapski back in net because was there a delay?
Let's see here.
They're coming to the other end here with a face-off.
Interesting. Well, probably a good reason for head coach Brian Gratz to send Skapski back in goal with the face-off in the defensive zone for the visitors. And once again, though, Fleming wins the face-off. Kerr into the right side. Skapski heading off back to the bench. Extra skater on. It's Nackstedt.
3:44 to go, Jesse.
28 seconds left in the Greenville power play. Back to Kerr, and a shot blocked in front. Another chance and a save by Massa. Puck still free in the crease. Finally, Massa covers it up and hangs on.
Massa having a heck of a period here. He's got 6 on 4. I'm telling you, it's a lot harder to score an empty net than you think it is.
Especially now, late in this game, where the Solar Bears want to clamp down defensively after conceding 6 goals on Thursday night, including a goal with 3 seconds left on the clock.
Let's take a look at tonight's huge save of the game, brought to you by Fun Spot America. Did I do that well? John Jr.?
Late chance there for the Swamp Rabbits. Massa able to make that big save, though, late in this contest. 10 seconds remaining on the power play for Greenville. Saponari at the left circle, inching towards the net. Knocked away by Miller. Nackstedt recovers. Back to Saponari. Penalty over. Rawlik out of the box. Solar Bears back to full strength. Net still empty, though.
6 on 5.
Saponari into the corner. Knocked back by Fleming to the right point for Escobedo. Fed across. Curran to Nichols in the high slot. Wrists one on net, and a save by Massa. He's able to contain it. This one becoming a war of attrition for the Solar Bears. They're just trying to kill the clock here with the goaltender Skapski pulled at the opposite end. Orlando holding down that 4-2 lead. Most recently, a power play goal for the Solar Bears coming off the stick of Matt Rupert.
2:57 to go. I'm sports director David Pingalore from News 6, empty net. The voice of the Solar Bears, Jesse Liebman, in the booth with me. Here we go, Jess.
McInnes wins it back to Lewis. He'll fire it up the boards, and it rolls out to neutral zone ice. Grabbed by De Silva back in his own end for Greenville. 6 skaters on for the Swamp Rabbits. Dene pressured by Schwartz. Greenville still in possession. Cross ice feed to Cameron. He dumps it into the near corner.
Oh!
Nyezhklev bodied by Lewis hard into the corner. Back to the blue line. De Silva sent down into the far corner now. Cameron to the slot. Schwartz intercepts. Directs a pass up ahead for Bell, who looks to move out. Bell gives a whack to Dene there.
Give the defense here a lot of credit.
Bell turns and fires
for the Solar Bears.
That one just wide. It'll be whistled back as icing against Orlando with 2:11 remaining in regulation.
Because at the 5:04 mark, they yanked their goalie on a power play, so the Solar Bears were down 6-4. And then they get the power, they kill the power play, now it's 6-on-5. So for the last 3 minutes, they've killed this. They're doing a heck of a job down here, but the Masters having a heck of a last 3 minutes.
Foster at the near side. Taken over by Saponari in the corner. Bell. Taken over by Nackstedt. A shot and a save by Massa. He hugs the post. Puck still free, and it's fired out by Foster. This one rolling on its edge towards the net. And just again, another tease there, Ping. The puck just inches from landing in the wide open net, but it's icing once again by the Solar Bears. And again, because of the icing call, the Solar Bears can't change their lines just yet. The puck needs to drop first. These guys probably getting a little exhausted as this continues to drag on.
Here we go. It's the Bears up 4-2.
Face off to the glove side of Massa. Solar Bears stacking the slot. 3 skaters at the hashes as Bradford lines up, squaring up across from Fleming. He knocks it back, tying up Fleming to the wall. Lewis takes a tumble there. Fleming trying to dig it out. Puck deflects back to the crease. Puck still free in the slot. At the blue line now, Curran to the left circle. Saponari in front. That one nearly tipped on net by Nichols. Back to Curran at the right point. His shot blocked by the skate of Lewis. He lifts it high, looking for Foster. Curran gets there first and feeds it ahead for Nichols. Now Nackstedt takes over. 1:15 remaining in regulation. Solar Bears up 4-2. Greenville net still empty.
Oh, here you go. Shoot it!
Vale with a chance. Will it go? It does!
And it's the Ace Hardware empty net goal.
5-2 lead for the Solar Bears with 1:04 left on the clock. Brady Vale gets the empty net goal, his 13th of the season.
That does it right there. Look at that, the little empty netter.
And what seemed like the umpteenth time, Brady Vale able to just lob that one free from downtown.
It's pretty good.
Into the empty net.
Now they put the goalie back in.
Skapski back in between the pipes for Greenville. 1 minute remaining on the clock. Dene fires it into the red line. Picked up by Miller. Passes up the middle to Lindbergh. Now McInnes at the right side. Puts one into the corner. Rupert at the half wall, feeding it to Lindbergh. Now McInnes in the slot, a chance. He's knocked down by De Silva. Rashid through the neutral zone, 36 seconds remaining. Miller turns, dumps it back in. Skapski above the restricted zone, leaving it for De Silva. De Silva inching his way out, trying to generate a last-ditch effort. Long-range shot, glove save by Massa with 20 seconds and change left on the clock.
All right, 20 seconds to go. We're feeling good. I will guarantee you a Solar Bears victory.
Probably the safe play at this point.
Yes. 5-2.
Face off to the blocker side of Massa. Phi wins the draw back to Bell. Sent behind the net for Lewis. And Foster with a little chip shot, unable to clear. Nackstedt with a chance, that one just wide. Massa had his leg pad caught as he was dragged out of his crease. Back in position though now as it's fired down by Elbrecht. Into the corner, 4 seconds, and that'll do it. The Solar Bears will win on home ice. 5-2 the final score.
So their first home win since January 2nd when that game was on News 6. So they pick up a nice win here, 5-2. So the last 5 minutes, credit the defense of the Solar Bears. I mean, they were playing down a couple guys for you know, and they did pretty good there.
And they salute the fans at center ice after mobbing Ryan Massa, picking up the win. 38 saves on the night for Massa. That equals his season high as he picks up another big win under the bright lights of television. The Solar Bears with a 5-2 win against their rivals from the South Division, the Greenville Swamp Rabbits.
Jesse and I will be back to wrap things up on Cozy TV.
Hi, guys. Ooh, vegetable medley.
That's so cool. Welcome to our home ice.
Come on in.
Their life is better with hockey. And yours will be too when you experience the excitement of the Orlando Solar Bears. Get your tickets today starting as low as $15. Orlando Solar Bears. Life is better with hockey.
Wish there was a money fairy.
Well, I'm no fairy, but I do know in seconds that ChallengeMyRate.com can save you hundreds or thousands on your home insurance.
That was fast. I just saved $1,200. Thanks.
Anytime. ChallengeMyRate.com.
I wish money grew on trees.
We can't help you with the tree thing, but in seconds, ChallengeMyRate.com can save you hundreds or thousands on your home insurance.
Wow, I just saved $860. Thanks.
Welcome. You mind if I get some of that pie? ChallengeMyRate.com.
At Appetite for the Arches, top chefs create culinary masterpieces using McDonald's ingredients, all to benefit the Ronald McDonald House. So join us March 5th and visit appetiteforthearches.org for more information.
Solar Bears winning tonight on home ice, 5-2 against the Swamp Rabbits, Jesse. Good win.
A big game and a big response from Orlando here tonight. After dropping one on Thursday night, they come back with a big game on home ice, a 5-goal night for the Solar Bears.
Let's toss it down to ice level. Sam Petrowski was with tonight's Mossy Oak Fence player of the game. Sam.
Hey, Ping, I am down here with the first star of the game, goalie Ryan Massa. Ryan, 37 saves tonight. Talk us through your game.
No, I mean, this time of year, every game's a playoff game, and there's the guys that are ahead of us right now that we're fighting for a playoff spot. So we need to take advantage of the home ice, and it was nice to come out and help the boys get a W.
Now, lots of traffic we saw in front of you tonight. Tell us how you handled that.
Just try to stay calm, and I thought the D did a phenomenal job for us. Did a phenomenal job blocking out pucks, making my job a little bit easier tonight. So I mean, it certainly just wasn't me finding pucks through traffic. It was the 5 guys in front of me that were selling out too.
Now, a little less than 8,000 fans here in attendance. Talk about their energy and what they bring to this arena and how you guys feel it.
It's a game changer. I mean, start of the second period with Belzy going toe-to-toe there, winning another fight, getting the entire building on their feet. I mean, just feeling that energy and that emotion from the fans. You couldn't ask for a better atmosphere at home.
Now, we had a little bit of a controversial call here in the game. What are your feelings about that?
I mean, they called it a goal. It's tough to understand why, I guess. But for me, it was mentally just wanted to stay in it and not let it bother me and, finish the period strong for the guys.
Well, I mean, I guess we came out on top, right? 5-2 is not bad, huh?
No, not at all.
All right. Thanks for your time, Ryan.
Thank you.
All right, Ping. You guys heard it from him. Back up to you.
All right, Sam. Mossy Oak Fence right there, the player of the game, Ryan Massa. Woo! Good win for the Solar Bears. We'll be back to wrap this broadcast up. 5-2 final score. And a rainy downtown Orlando.
Nobody